If you can't hear me, raise up, so make sure you can. But I'm sure I'll be loud enough for most of you. Glad you're all here. You guys excited? A little nervous? Just that little edge of terrified? That's a good thing. Keeps you on your edge. We're going to have a lot of fun tomorrow. And we're going to have fun, and we're going to hope you have fun too. This is a learning experience. Welcome. And what number would you be? 28. All right, now to get back where I was. We're having fun tomorrow. You're having fun tomorrow. The intent of here is that you guys can learn something, learn from each other, have a good time. And you can. What number are you? Flip that around since you number 7.
Where's me?
511. All right.
Full house. Good. Full house. That's good.
Yeah, buddy. All right. We want to let the teachers come in today. That's what I want to do. I want to introduce myself. My name is Greg Beachy. I am with the National Restaurant Association Educational Foundation. I work with a team of folks that is the technical committee for this competition. Chef Rudy Smith from Unilever. Chef April Gus from CIA. I don't know, what are you now, Denise? In between? Chef Denise Baxter, she's an ambassador for CIA. And the person that we just inducted as a tech committee person about, what, 30 minutes ago?
Something like that.
Yeah, Chef Steve DeShazo from El Centro College in Texas. We are the ones that work on this competition to make sure that it's challenging, because we want to make you guys work hard and we want to see your skills, but it's also fun and it's something that we can evaluate fairly for all of you. We've also got folks that work on our national education team that actually do all the work to put this thing together. Bob McIntosh, where's everybody else?
Working.
Harry Long over there. And then we got 2 more that are out on the road right now looking for stuff for us. Tara Roberts and Dave. Dave's last name? Dave the handyman. He can fix anything. But they'll be around all day tomorrow. They're the folks you can find for if you need help for anything. Should have before long. We'll come back to it. I had uniform next. I'll wait for her to come back. 12:15. Okay. All right. Just kind of give you a quick overview of what the contest area is like. How many of you have done this before? I know you have. I recognize a few faces. This is our first year in Louisville after doing it for 21 years in Kansas City. So we're learning a new site, just like you guys are being here for the first time. It's laid out kind of the same and completely different. It's still in the rows, so each of you will have a stove, the range, and a 6-foot table. This is your world. It has your number on it, so that's what you've got. There are refrigerators on the end. So what will happen is these 2 stations here go to that refrigerator, the 2 on the other side go to that refrigerator, the 4 on that end go to that refrigerator. Got that? So there is numbers on your refrigerator too, I think, or there will be if they're not. They are. Your refrigerators are numbered as well. Remember, when you're putting items into the refrigerators, number it. Write your number on everything you put in there. That way, if you come back and say, hey, somebody stole my whatever, and we go to somebody else's station, it's got your number on it, we can go, did you grab that by mistake? Or were you just trying to skip a step? But nobody will do that part, I'm sure. Down the line on the back side here is all the dry ingredients. Flour, sugar, salt, spices, anything that doesn't need to be refrigerated will be over here, all spread out. On the other side, there'll be tables just like that in a line. We'll have all the produce. Will all be laid out. We don't have it laid out today because we want to keep it nice in our cooler. in the back corner, far back corner, is where the smallwares are. Measuring cups, tongs, ladles, strainers, all that kind of stuff you need. It's all back there. When you're using that, make sure you grab it, use it, clean it, put it back. All right? We don't want to run out of stuff. Your display tables, yeah, I'm going to have Bob go over that. Your display tables are all the way on the front side. Okay? So it makes it even. The guys that are way down there, I forgot the part. Right here on these two refrigerators, this is where you'll pick up your protein, and dairy is here. So we'll have your chicken and your other protein and all your eggs, dairy, cheeses will be here. So the guys on the other end have to come all the way here for dairy. Guys on this end have to go all the way there to drop their plates. So it evens out in the end. So you will have numbers on the tables down there where you'll put your plates. All right. Safety. We want everyone to leave at the end of the day tomorrow with the same number of fingers they came with. So be careful. We are not sure what's going to happen to this floor yet when it gets wet. So just plan on it being an ice rink. I don't know. We haven't had it real wet yet, so I'm not sure. But I'm betting it's going to be slippery. So be very, very careful on this floor. Practice your good safety. If you're walking around with a knife, make sure everybody around you knows you're walking with a knife and carry it properly. How do you carry a knife? Down on your side. Make sure. And say sharp knife. Say behind. Hot. Make sure that people around you know what's going on. You don't want your action or inaction to cause someone else to fail. You want everybody else to be at their best so you can be at your best, because you want to beat everybody else's best, right? Absolutely.
You want to mention the electrical cords, be aware of them.
Right, yes, good point. On this end down here, when you walk around in a few minutes, you'll see there are giant electrical cords on the floor. We're hoping to get some wooden bridges on there, but it's not guaranteed. They may be just like they are now. Be aware of that. They are not tied to the floor. They will move. They will take you down. Be careful walking around. If you get cut, burnt, injured in any way, Bob is going to be the keeper of Band-Aids.
I'll have some too.
Rudy will have Band-Aids. I'll probably have some. The more people that have Band-Aids, the less cuts we have to deal with. So find us if it's really bad. There's first aid close, so we'll take care of it.
First aid's right over here, right out the exit doors right there.
Yeah.
Right across the hall.
It's not far, so we'll get you taken care of and back in here and going. Like I said, if you're when I talk about the equipment table, take what you need, use it, clean it, put it back. The same thing with all of the food items. Take what you need. If you just need a little bit of parsley, don't take the whole bunch. If you only need a half a potato, get a potato, cut it in half, put the other half back. Because we don't want to run out of food just because you wanted to have 5 of everything on your station. Get what you need, put the rest of it back. All right? Bob, you want to take them through the fun part of the world of the sinks.
Oh, sure. How's everybody? Good? Everybody hear me okay? All right. Sanitation stuff on that side. It's going to start off in the morning.
A little louder, Bob.
We're going to do each end. Sinks on this end, sinks on that end are going to be for washing produce, chicken, etc. They will eventually, once everybody's done, we will start to narrow that down, and they'll all become sanitation sinks, okay? Wash, rinse, sandy sinks. They're going to work from the outside in. So on this side, right-hand side will be dirty. There's a staging table. You can put your stuff there. We will have a few students here who are courtesy corps to help you wash all your pots, pans, etc. But it's technically up to you, okay? They'll go through the wash, rinse, sani, so one of them will technically be kind of backwards to what you're used to. This side's going to be right to left. The other side will be left to right. There's a clean table in between the two sets of sinks. Bring your stuff back as quickly as you can. It doesn't need to sit there and dry. Let it drip while you're finishing it off. Bring it back to your station. It's going to save you time. It's going to make sure you get your stuff back because you're responsible for that at the end of the contest. Everything, all your pots and pans are numbered. You have a set at the beginning. You need to have a set at the end. Okay? Everything you need is going to be over there. Excuse me. Hand sink is in the middle of the sanitation sinks. Okay, there's one set. It's a very small one. Right next to that is what we call little tubby, which is going to be your scut sink. Okay, anything that you need to drain off if you're done with your stock and you have bones, etc., that have both mixed liquid and solids, there's a strainer there, a bucket, and a sink. Strain it into the strainer. We'll take care of emptying the strainer as you go. Just don't throw it all in the sink, please. We don't have, it's makeshift plumbing here, so we don't have the niceties that you have in a regular restaurant kitchen. That covers most of it, I think. Anything else you want me to go over?
Yeah. Just remember the sinks go dirty on the outside, clean in the middle.
The only other thing I wanted to add is all your common tables for your food, don't take it back to your station, okay? Don't go over and grab the thing of black pepper and bring it back to your station. There will be portion cups, etc. at each of the stations. If there's not something there, there'll be a bunch of us walking around in aprons, not in chef coats. Ask us for it. That's what we're there for, to provide what you need, okay?
We have plenty of everything. So if something looks like it's getting low, find Bob or Perrin and they'll go find you more. And if we are really out of it, that means somebody took a whole lot.
Your setup's right there, chef, too.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Bob.
I'm Lori. I'm the state director that will be looking over your clothing attire. So today I'm going to read to you what you should have. And tomorrow, or whenever you compete, I come back and I look at your clothing. So if you have questions, please ask now and I'll walk through, okay? So, ready to check yourselves? White or black work pants or black and white checkered chef's pants? White chef's jacket, white or black leather work shoes, white apron, white neckerchief that needs to be on and I need to be able to see a little bit, otherwise I'll come up and ask you. Side towel and hairnet. Chief's hats, are you providing those again this year? The chef's hats, all right, Chief's. Okay,
Yep.
chef's hats are provided.
If you have your own, you can wear it. If you have a chef hat that you like and you want to wear it, great. We do have the round ones for you if you need it.
And then the most important part too is no facial jewelry is allowed, no earrings are permitted even if covered by a bandage. A single watch or a wedding ring is the only jewelry that you will be allowed to be wearing during the contest period. Beards must be covered by a snood during all periods of food handling. Any questions?
The contest, the regulations say a beard must be covered.
Shave it down tonight, you got a razor. Shave it down tonight if you have a little bit on.
Here's my basic thing for beards, and even what I got here. The only reason I'm doing this is because I'm not in the kitchen every day anymore. CIA, Johnson & Wales, all those schools are ready to write you a check for scholarships to shave. You want to shave for a giant pile of money in scholarships? I would. I'd shave in a heartbeat, man.
Yes, you can shave too.
I would shave in a heartbeat if it meant that quarter of a point that will help me win this contest. Would not be much of a decision on my part.
Okay. Everybody have to wear hair now.
Yes.
Yes.
If you currently have hair or have had hair at some point in your life on the top of your head, you have to wear a hairnet. No.
Nope. As long as it's white.
White apron, white jacket, no. White apron, white jacket, you need the neckerchief. If you have your own, that's fine. Yes.
If it's white, correct?
I just need to have anything that is identifiable covered. name, school, state, anything has to be covered. Yes, ma'am.
Does it have it? Yeah.
I think, does it say? You know, I've never looked.
White chef's jacket.
It says chef hats will be.
Well, no, oh, no. Yeah.
We're providing white, so everybody needs to have white. If you don't have a white one, we'll give you one.
Did you mention that we'll help them cover?
Yeah, I did. Yep. Yes. We have a limited number of towels. If you have some, great.
Do they sell neckerchiefs at the...
They do. They have neckerchiefs at the Skills store. They are the most expensive neckerchiefs on the planet.
Yeah, there's lots of great malls around here
But
at
there's
the
a-
JC
yeah.
Penney's and stuff, so just Google it.
There's also a restaurant depot about a half a mile away.
Get that address, it'll be good.
Question.
Go up to the person that doesn't know the number on those and they'll just charge you what they think.
Yes.
Oh,
Because I think the standard price is like what, $38 or something for a hat and a scarf. But you can get at Restaurant Depot for $1.50. So, questions on uniforms?
Anything else? All right. We'll
She
see
will
you
be back here tomorrow morning, and
Yep. I'll just walk through. If I can't
Hardcore.
see your neck, or if I see that your hand towel is not there, I'll tap you and just ask you real quick. And you're putting numbers on the back, correct?
yeah, we will.
Yeah.
We'll have them flip around. We'll figure out how to get them back there. We got these this year, so it's odd. I'm not sure what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
Figure something.
You need some safety pins.
With a staple.
All right. Thank you guys. We'll see you tomorrow.
One of the things that we didn't hit real hard is shoes. Make sure that you have non-slip, non-permeable shoes. Yes. Does it say black socks on the list? I don't remember. Socks? I don't just have socks.
Make sure the hat and the socks.
Any other questions? We'll get there. Just uniforms right now. Uniforms, we'll keep going. All right.
Quick other reminder to you guys tomorrow, if you need to leave the floor to go to the bathroom, etc., you need an escort. Okay? So you're going to have to find one of us. We will have a courtesy course student escort you over and back. Because there's no communication with your advisors, etc., once you're on the floor.
What's the distance between the bathroom here?
Say it again?
Distance. Between the
Distance?
bathrooms
Okay, we got. He was saying you have to have an escort for the bathroom. There's one set of bathrooms there, and there's another set over there. It's not far. It's pretty quick. Or you can just hold it.
Topics, you want to hit cell phones while we're on that topic?
Cell phones. Don't have them. That's pretty much what I gotta say. Don't have it. Have no electronic item on your person at all. Period. You can have a timer. That's all you need. Why? Yes. But no phone in it. Leave the phone with your advisor. Leave it in your hotel room. We don't want it. All right? Okay, tomorrow morning, 8 a.m., right here. Okay? We're going to go over a real quick setup time. Everyone will have 15 minutes to go to their station and do like a basic setup. No food, no getting anything other than what you brought. The whole idea is you can assess your equipment that you have, you can get your equipment that you brought laid out the way you want it, and then come back and sit down. You're not getting food, you're not getting any other equipment. Understand? Just a basic, go to your station and get your stuff set up. At 8:25, we will start a question and answer session, and we will do a quick question and answer session tomorrow. Anything that you wake up in the morning and go, oh shoot, I want to answer that. Well, we'll do that real quick. 8:45, the first set of competitors begin. And we will go off in groups of 8. So each one of these banks is 8 competitors. Number 1 is on the far end. So 1 through 8 is the first group. And then every 15 minutes, another group will start. So it'll be 1 through 8, 9 through 16, 10 through 17 to 24, and then the last group. So we'll have those 4 groups started. If you looked at we have the sign. We're gonna go get the timeline sign. There's one around this place. You will start with your knife skills and breaking down the chicken. That will be graded at your station. When you are done, just raise your hand, let the judges know you're done, they'll get to you. Just remember they're judging 8 other people at the exact same time. So it might take them a couple minutes to get to you. That doesn't mean you have to stop and wait for them. Continue on with something else. Don't stop. Just don't destroy your cuts so they can't evaluate them. You have April talk about that. When it comes time for you to present your plates,
Yes, I talked to he gave ours to somebody else. Somebody else picked up ours. So he either needs to find them or remake them, and I said, don't worry about it.
so is this for today?
This is just post secondaries right now. And I
Does
only
somebody
got
need to,
one.
how many of you have your contest thing? How many need one? I have a very limited number.
Well, we have 20, and we should have 27. 20. So 8 of you don't get one, but 8 don't want one.
Well, hopefully some of you brought it with you. This is exactly what was online. Nothing different. So I might give it to you so you guys can share. Or I'm just going to kind of pass them out. You guys might have to share a little bit. Just to make sure everybody can see one. You have it? Awesome. Whoa, did you see that? And she's probably left-handed too. Anybody else? I actually have some more. I want to make sure I had a few in every section. All right. So when your time to present is, you'll present one plate back here to the judges in that draped-in room. The other plate goes to your display area. Okay, one plate here, one plate there. Remember, you have windows to serve, and April will talk about the windows in just a second. The window counts when the plate gets there. So if you decide to take your plate to your display area first, and then take your other one there, and it's late, and you say, I got my one to display area, no one cares. This one counts. So, April, you want to talk about the fun back there?
Yes.
That's why we got this.
Yes. Yeah, I put one on both sides of this. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. All right, lots of smiles. We're going to make a lot of eye contact tomorrow. I promise you, we have to make a lot of eye contact tomorrow. I am the expediter. I am the sole person who will help you get your food in front of the tasting judges. So we need to look at each other right in the eye tomorrow. So when you come over, that's my little area over there, and I'll have the curtains pulled up. I will be there. I might even turn on my little orange flashing light so you know it's me. And when you come over there, do not, this is so important, please do not leave your food unless we have looked at each other. You will tell me what your competitor number is, and I will tell you back what you have told me. I need to know what number you are. So if you are number 12, you will come over there and say to me, again, we're looking at each other in the eyes, number 12. I will say number 12, take it from you. I will put the number on that plate, and I will present that to the tasting judges for you. Okay, it's so very important. that you don't leave food there and I turn around and there's a plate of food and I don't know who that belongs to. It slows down the process. We then have to go find who we think that food might belong to. So we can narrow it down to the window that's open, but that means there's 8 people that I have to go talk to, and it slows us down. Your food is getting cold. You can see the problem. So it's so important. We're gonna look at each other. You're gonna tell me your number. If you come over there with 2 plates, I'm gonna ask you which one for the judges. I'm not gonna make that decision. So oftentimes you might go with 2 plates. You make that decision. You put that plate down on the table with your number. I repeat the number, and you're good to go. Then you can go back to your station. That other plate needs to go to the display table along the perimeter. That's your plate for the public, for your advisors, for your friends, your family, your support group. That's the area where they're going to see the plate that you've put together. If it was me in the competition, I would make sure that the plate to the judges got there first and to the display table second. Display table's not judging you on time, not judging you on the temperature, all that. So make sure it gets to the judges first and then worry about getting it out to the display table. Okay? Inside your contest packet is your contest timeline. Please make sure you fully understand this contest timeline. The window is 15 minutes long. However, your window for on-time presentation is 5 minutes. Okay? The window for presenting is 5 minutes long. For example, if I am competitor number 6 and I'm about to plate up my salad, my window for plating up on time is 10:45 to 10:50. Okay? You see how that's spelled out in the timeline? The next 5 minutes after that is a point deduction. The next 5 minutes after that is a point deduction until your window closes. And then I'm on to the next group. Okay? If you've plated something and you're outside of your window, please still bring it to me. It will still go before the judges. But if it's outside of the scoring time, it will not be considered for points. Okay? What's the single most important thing you need to do tomorrow? And tell me what? Your number, right? Okay, so from now on you won't have a name because I don't know your name, but you will have a number and you'll let me make sure I know that up there. Okay, we're gonna have a fabulous competition. I'm gonna see you a lot of times tomorrow over there, okay? And if I had a choice between which place I would present first, which one would it be? You betcha, that's what I would do. All right? I'll be over there.
On the timeline presentation.
Read through this. Make sure that if you have already developed your timeline for your competition tomorrow, make sure that you're working off of this. That first 5 minutes is on time, so on and so forth as you go further down.
So we said that we can write our name down as soon as that happens. So
Right. As soon as you put your plate down and she says your number, that's when your time stops. Yes.
go over until the judges.
No. It's when she has it, time stops. Yes.
Yes. So I'll put your number on it when I get it. And if you are outside, let's say you present at 10:53, you're in that second timeline. I'll actually put on the corner of the plate ×1. That means you're 1 time outside of that means you're just one that first point deduction, or ×2. So that way when it goes to the tasting judges, they know to put that on there, and then when Tara does the scoring, she knows how to deduct points if it's necessary to deduct points. This guy right here is our official time clock.
It will work tomorrow.
It's resting from last year's trip from Kansas City.
It's older than all of us. Every year we fight it. Every year it works.
It wakes up for 2 days each
Yep.
year. So I will constantly be setting it based on the mothership, the time of this, so that we make sure that the time that I'm using for point deductions back there is matching the time that you have out here as the official time clock. Okay? And you should not have your cell phone with you, so that's not going to be your timer, etc. This will be, we're going to put it up there where everybody can see. We'll remind you in the morning that we're looking at this time, and I will make sure that the time that I'm using matches the time that you are using, so there's no discrepancy. Let's see, questions. Start here. The question was, will the clocks on the ovens be set to that, if you set them to that? I think I just
close
put it on
right now.
when we plugged them in.
No, something went through and set. Yeah. So it looks like the clocks are about right now.
So I would double check that before you rely on it tomorrow. Make sure it matches that.
The ovens are all brand new, so we have no idea how the clocks work.
Yeah. Was there another question over here? Okay, and yours.
Okay.
Question was, are we allowed to present before the time window opens? You are not. Your time window opens, so if you show up, let's say you're number 14, but you show up over here at number 1 through 8, I will send you away. Tell you that your time is not open.
Okay.
The exception to that is their meat fabrication, though,
Yes,
right?
the exception is your knife skills and your meat fab. You can get done early. So you can just keep, and if you're done, raise your hand. The judge will come over, get you a value, and keep it rolling. Yeah. Okay?
Are you sure?
Back here. No.
What was the question?
Electricity access.
Question was, do we have any electricity access?
That's the beginning of your window. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Will a stalker base be provided?
Yes. We'll get there. We'll get the food.
Anything else on this?
Is there an answer to that? Electricity access?
No electricity. We're happy to have electricity to run the fridges. We are not planning on anything more than that. So yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah. We'll get there. Yeah.
Any more questions for me? All right, looking forward to seeing you all tomorrow. Thank you.
All right. I think I lost the page. Out of order. That's why. Okay. He's asking about lunch. The lunch time on here. The lunch time is 30 minutes. It is mandatory. You do not get to choose if you're taking it or not. You can choose if you want to eat or not, but you're coming over here and you're sitting in these chairs for 30 minutes. You cannot go back to your station for anything during that 30 minutes. If you're 5 minutes in and you realize that your stock is boiling on high, you can tell a judge and we'll go watch it dry up, but we're not going to change it. We'll turn it off before it flames. You can't go back to your station. Plan that into your timeline, that you are going to be away from your station for 30 minutes. We will have lunches stacked up over here. The lunches in Kansas City were pretty much the worst imaginable possible lunch. I am really hoping that Center Plate Louisville shows them up. The corporate chef from Louisville, Center Plate, this property, was in Kansas City last year and saw our lunches. And he was like, really? This is what you guys got? I was like, all right, man, step it up. So we'll see what they do. I don't know. We got birds?
Yep. We got birds.
All right.
Chicken fowl.
You got a question, Chef? Question. Touchdown. We'll worry about that if it happens. With the timeline here, we are done. The contest is over at 3:15. Period. That's when we are done. We hopefully, with the number of competitors that we have tomorrow, we should be done long before that. But this is the actual drop dead. We're done. Nothing can be presented after that time. As you noticed, our stoves and most of the refrigerators are brand new. These are the glass top stoves. Yeah, we're taking bets on which one gets cracked first. I'm hoping I lose the bet. Be careful with these. Don't drop your pots and pans on them. They will break. We don't want to break them. Be careful with them. They work great. I mean, they heat up fast and they get hot. So we were playing with them yesterday and they fire up in a hurry.
We tested all the ovens, all the stoves, they all work. Every burner's firing up nice, so it takes about 8 to 10 minutes for the ovens to come up to 350, so they come up quick.
Yeah, about 10 minutes for the ovens to come up to 350, so they're fast. So they're brand new, everything works nice. Okay, menu. Kind of talked about it a little bit. You got your meat fab, your knife cuts, then you have your salad. Salad is a composed salad, right? Emulsified dressing, right? Okay. Then you're gonna do a soup. What did we put down for soup? Did I tell you, or do we care? Yeah. We do not have immersion blenders this year, but we do have ricers and strainers. So rock and roll. Entree 1 must be, what's it? Whisk. Old world way, man. Entree 1 must be seared, sauteed, or roasted. Vegetables boiled or blanched, starched as steamed or roasted with a sauce. Entree 2 has to be braised or poached. All right? Now you guys are waiting for which basket we're doing, right? Number 2. We're doing number 2. This is the one with the chicken, flat iron steak, bacon, tofu, snow peas, squash, oyster mushrooms, arugula, rutabagas, russet potatoes, couscous, plum tomatoes, and split peas. That is your basket. I need you to write a menu and present it when you come in tomorrow morning. So when you first get here, you're all going to hand us a menu with your number written on it. All right?
Make 2 copies, one for you, one for us.
Yeah. And I don't care how pretty it is. If you can type it at the hotel and print it out, wonderful. If you just hand write it on a piece of paper and I can read it, beautiful. Take it. Question? I don't care. That's you. You plan on which one fits what you want to do with it. You've got to do the cooking techniques. You're doing 2. You're doing 1 for the judge, 1 for display, for every course. 2 plates of salad, 2 plates of soup, 2 plates of entree 1, 2 plates of entree 2. What's that?
Excuse me?
No.
Yes, everyone's doing the same basket.
Yeah, everybody's doing the same basket. Exactly. Question over here. We do not have sherry vinegar. We do not have fresh sage. Sage. I think we have everything else. We'll have some demi-glace made up. We'll have some demi-glace made up for you. No, it is, we got Chef Rudy Smith from Italy over here. We got those Nor liquid ones. Have you ever used the liquid bases? They rock. And then he's got some demi-glace that we're gonna make up for it. We'll have it all made up for you. Yep. We do. We will have, good question, wine. We don't have cooking wine. I went to the liquor store last night. I got 2 boxes of really, really cheap white and 2 boxes of really, really cheap red. That's what we got. Actually, I think it's called crisp white and burgundy. Box wine. Wine of champions, yeah. Good question. She was asking about if you have your own stuff, which we were talking about. The list that's in the contest guidelines. That's laid down somewhere. Here we go. In the contest guidelines, there's a list of equipment. That's what you're supposed to bring. We got everything else you need. So this is what you're supposed to bring. If you brought a lot of extra stuff and you have decided that you cannot live without your left-handed pasta extruder, you could bring it. One of the tech committee will take a look at it and decide if we're going to allow it. If we allow it, it goes to the common table and everybody gets to play with it. All right? But we may or may not allow it. We may just decide that's not necessary for this competition. You can't have it. Yeah.
Now, what if somebody breaks it?
Somebody breaks it and it's broken. We are not going to allow, I can tell you straight up, we will not allow any cutting device other than a knife. If you brought a mandolin, a spiral cutter, a potato spiral, no. Use your knives. This is what was the contest guidelines that your advisor should have had. Yeah. Yes. Good question. There's 2 slices of bacon in your mystery basket. Do you have to use both slices or can you have more? Yes and no. Or flip those around. No, you do not have to use all of everything in your basket. But everything in your basket must be represented in your plates. And we have more of everything.
More bacon.
More bacon. Although I might be cooking breakfast for myself tomorrow, so bacon might be limited. Yes. We were just getting ready for that. This is what you will get. So it has everything measured out. Although what we did do, Bob or Steve, yes, you guys shorted, you changed a couple of things, right? On amounts?
Oh, yeah. Slightly less pea pods, about 4 ounces.
Pea pods, instead of having that massive 8 ounces, you got 4 ounces, which is plenty. And there was something else too, right? Arugula.
We went around 6 ounces. There's way more than enough. It can go back to the common tables.
Yeah. You'll have this, you will go back here to get your proteins. Your chicken and your flat irons will be back here. Pick up.
As well as bacon and dairy.
Your bacon was in here.
But she has them.
Oh, dairy will be back here.
Additional bacon will be back.
Additional bacon's back here. We already have your bacon's all packed up and ready to go.
Tofu's in there.
Tofu's in there, and it is, wow. That's nice. It's firm.
It is firm, yeah.
It's not like the extra firm stuff, but it's pretty nice.
You want to talk about
About what? Oh, right. The other thing we don't have is fresh peaches. They came on the truck, frozen, sliced. I sent them back. We tried to buy more. You can't buy peaches in Louisville in June.
Can in Texas.
You can in Texas. We ain't in Texas. So, we might have peaches if I can find some tonight, but I wouldn't plan on it. We probably won't. Yeah. We got Granny Smith's, I think, is all we got, right?
Yeah. At this point, we're limited quantity.
No, they got more.
Oh, we got more? Great.
Yeah, they got more. So we're good. Going back through here. In a few minutes, you guys are going to take your written test. The written test does count for a part of your score. It's 100 points out of 1,000. So it's 10% of your score is the written test. Let's see what else we got here. Things that I always say at the end before we open it up for a few questions. Tomorrow is about showing what you know, not about showing off. Does that make sense? I can't even count how many competitions I've been at in the last 10 years. Hundreds. of student competitions in the last 10 years. Flashy, fancy, over-the-top food has not won a single competition. Fundamentals win. Green beans that are properly seasoned, perfectly cooked, and put on the plate and served hot, versus green beans that are kind of cooked, but then tied with a leek tie, and then a blanched red pepper and tied up into a little package, and then snipped off so it looks like this beautiful little thing that's not quite cooked right, does not win. I will take the simple salt and pepper, perfect green beans every day. The judges are looking for proper, fundamental cooking techniques. So instead of trying to do way out crazy fancy food, try to do 7 or 8 or 9 fundamental cooking techniques really well. Does that make sense? That's what wins.
Every time.
That's what wins every day. Make sure tonight that you have a timeline. You are allowed to bring any notes in tomorrow you want to bring. Timelines, recipes, thoughts, whatever you got to do to keep yourself on track. You can bring notes with you tomorrow. Remember to bring your menu, obviously. We will, yeah. Chef Rudy, you want to add anything?
Sure. Most everything I think has been covered. So put your questions together tonight that you forgot to ask today. Bring them in the morning so we can answer them in front of everybody. Once that question and answer period is over tomorrow morning, then when you ask a question while you're on the floor, the answer is, I don't know. Okay, so you got to ask questions in the morning. That's very important. We've done a lot of these competitions, and as he said, it's all about fundamentals, just great food, simply done well. That's what we're looking for. Now, you're all probably a little nervous, like you talked about in the beginning. That's good. Use that to your advantage. Okay, let that give you some energy to really get out there and cook well. What I always say, and it kind of goes against the nervousness, is relax and have fun. That's probably the most important thing you can do tomorrow, is relax and have fun, because if you do that, you'll cook better food. Okay, does that make sense, everybody? You really will. We've all not only put on these kind of competitions, but we've all competed in them. We know what it takes, we know what it's all about. And when you're relaxed and you're having fun, you cook better food. Don't worry about something going wrong. It will. It's okay. It's not going to go wrong just for you. It's going to go wrong for the guy beside you or the lady 2 banks down. It's going to go wrong for everybody. Everybody's going to have something go wrong. That's not an issue. It's how you react to that becomes the issue. So when something goes wrong, if you're relaxed and having fun, you just step back for a second, go, okay, this is what I'll do. And you solve the problem. Does that make sense? But if you're tense, nervous, not having fun, and you're not relaxed, something goes wrong, what do? You just freak out. And we don't want that. If you do have a situation where you're starting to freak out a little bit, grab one of us. Talk to us. We'll walk you through it, okay? Because we want you to be successful. We're not here to see what you can't do. We want to see what you can do, okay? We're on your side, so remember that. We're not your adversaries. There's going to be lots of people walking around with clipboards, looking at what you're doing. Just ignore us. Unless we ask you a question, then answer the question. But we're not your adversaries. We're there to see what you can do. If you're having any issues or problems, come to us, especially to Greg or myself or April or any of us here. Any of us will be able to help you out.
This is Tara that was gone earlier. She's going to be doing some of the scoring. She's also going to be running around. She's been doing this for as long as any of us, almost 8 years. So she will know where a lot of stuff, she can help you with a lot of things. And then Karen, yeah, I think I got everything. So, and we've got some of our judges back here. Guys from the Coast Guard are going to be looking really scary tomorrow. You see those smiles? They're always like that. So the guys in the white coats are here to help you.
Yeah, we're all here to help you. We want to see you be successful. We want everyone to be successful. We want everyone walking out of here tomorrow, whether you're the first place or the last place, doesn't matter. We want you walking out of here with your head held high, feeling good about what you did, that it was your best effort that you could put forward. So anything we can do to help you with that, that's important. If you cut yourself or nick yourself or do anything where you need a Band-Aid or something, even if you have your own Band-Aid, let us know you did it. Tell somebody, you know, I cut myself, I put a Band-Aid on, I'm wearing a glove, great. Or I cut myself, I need a Band-Aid, or I cut myself, I need to go to first aid. Don't just take off, okay? Make sure to grab one of us, any of us. We'll escort you to first aid if that's necessary. We'll get you a Band-Aid if that's necessary. Whatever you need, we'll all have them in our pockets. Hopefully there won't be any of that. Like he said, the more people that have Band-Aids, less people cut themselves. So we're gonna all be packed up with them. So it works out well that way. But the idea is that you just, again, you step back, you relax, you take care of the problem, you go back at it and finish whatever you're doing. Sound good? Fantastic.
All right. We got about 5 minutes, so I can ask 5 minutes worth of answer, 5 minutes worth of questions. All right, we're gonna start here.
Yes, we did.
We have both. Well, we have some chicken stock in a can, and then we have the bases. And if you have questions about the bases, there's your man.
They're good.
Yeah, they're good. If you've never used the liquid bases, you're gonna be blown away. I love
Yeah,
it.
it's just a teaspoon to a cup of water, and they're really good.
Yeah. Yes.
What's the portion salad? Is that entree salad?
It is not an entree salad. Think of this as a progression. Salad, soup, and one of the entrees is a 3-course meal. Which, right here, if you guys want to come look at it, as you're walking around, we've got what the chickens look like, and there's a flat iron in the package. You're going to get 2 of these. These are 8 ounces, you get 2 packs. Yes?
What type of plates do you guys have?
The plates are basic white 11-inch.
I think they're 11-inch.
11-inch plates. We have one that's just a little bit smaller for the salads, and I didn't see the soup bowls.
I didn't see the soup bowls, but they said bowls.
They
so I
said
assume
bowls.
They're
Yeah.
soup.
Yesterday, they included
Nope. Nope. You have to use our
You
plate.
got to use ours. Everybody's using the same thing. Yeah. You're not bringing in no ingredients. You can't bring any ingredients. Just what we got. That's all you get. Question over here.
Pardon? Trash. Oh, that's a great question. Trash. When you have trash that needs to be emptied, find one of the judges, somebody in a white coat, let them look at it, and then you can throw it away.
There's trash cans everywhere.
Water to wash rice, we talked about that at the beginning. The sinks on both ends in the beginning of the day will be open for vegetables and washing any kind of produce or anything. And then they become pot and pan washing sinks after
Yeah.
that.
Yes.
Will there be a chicken soup?
Yeah, we'll probably have one of them for chicken soup. Yeah. Yes.
So for standing buckets, they're like, I know they're not supposed to be on the floor. They're supposed to be like in the cars.
That's your call, man.
I think so, but
Yeah. That's one of those where you figure it out. Figure it out. Yeah. What's that? Excess oil will probably. Yeah. We will have a 5-gallon bucket over there. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, we've got little souffle cups. Yeah. They're the little 2-ounce, I think. We have a very few of those. If you want to bring like some plastic portion cups, bring them. I don't care. That's fine. Well, if you want to bring quart containers, I'm all right with that. Yes.
The menu that we turn into you, does it need to include recipes or is it?
No, just a menu. Just a menu. She was asking if you need to, if you're doing a menu, do you have to have recipes? Just the menu. Yeah, we're working on ice. We have ice, but it's all in one thing. But we will have ice in every refrigerator. You got a question? No. Yes. However you want to display them. That's up to you. Yeah. We have, you'll go down there and see it. We've got 11 million stainless steel bowls down there. So if you have some, great. If you don't, we got a lot. Yes?
there be ice.
There is ice. There is ice in some freezers now. We gotta get some bags to bag it up and switch it. If we don't, we'll tell you where it is. We got plenty. But you will have also, you'll have a little pan with a roll of paper towels, a stack of souffle cups, and a bunch of papers. If you run out, there's more. Yes. Green salad. Ooh, that was one. She was asking a definition of a green salad. I'm looking for a green salad. If you want to take some of your chicken and cook it and peel it off and put it in your salad, beautiful. Rock and roll. Yes.
Is there any specific vegetables you want to use for the vegetable like this?
Make sure whatever you want to, so it fits your menu. He was asking about what vegetables used for the cuts. Use what you got to have to fit your menu. Because you notice your second entree, you have to use vegetables from your knife cuts. So that's where you will plan which ones you're going to use. Yes.
Please make sure that whatever vegetables you select for your knife cuts are appropriate to the cut.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Don't try to dice your steak or something, right?
Although, if somebody can tourne a pearl onion, 100 points. Yes.
We bring our own cutting boards, is that okay?
If you want to bring a cutting board, great. We are a little short on them, so if you bring one, awesome. Awesome. Yes.
You said menu, not recipe.
Menu, just a menu. I don't need recipes. Yes.
Will masking tape be provided for later?
What's that?
Will masking tape be provided for later?
Did we find masking tape?
We've got a roll of blue tape. But I
We
don't
got a
know how
really
long
roll of
that'll
blue tape.
go, Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have a lot. We got a little bit. If you want to bring some, bring it. Yeah. She was asking about masking tape. If you want to bring some, bring it. Scrap bucket? You'll have to find something. We don't have anything for it. Yeah. Whatever you got. There are plenty. Yeah. This is.
They're in the pans right there. You got
when
some
you go to
pans,
your-
we got more if you need them.
What we're going to do next is you guys are going to take the test. You can take your chair and go to pretty much any table that's got a spot, or you can stand at your station and take it, or you can just sit here and take it on your leg. I don't really care. When you are done with your test, Tara will take your test. When you're done, give it to her, and then you will have the rest of the time until 2 o'clock to check out the contest area. You can go to your station, see what's there, check out the dry goods. You can check out where stuff is. At 2 o'clock, I'm kicking you all out.
So our number is the last two.
Yes, yes. And don't be confused. We will do this all day tomorrow. I'll be calling you by the last 2 digits of your number. The 5 means you're post secondary. Everybody tomorrow is a 5. I'll just be dropping that. And that's what's on your station too.
Can we have like anything under the table, like the organizer stuff?
Absolutely. Just underneath the table is your area. Whatever you want to, whatever you need to do with it to make it work. Okay? I will tell you though that huge amounts of clutter doesn't go so well. Be neat. We have designed this contest so you should be able to walk in here with a knife kit and kill it. So, and you could. You had a knife kit and a few other things that we've got here, that's all you need. Yes?
So on the list of things to bring if you're thinking for a menu.
You don't have to bring them. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Figure out, go through your toolbox tonight, see what you really need, get rid of everything else, leave it in your hotel room, bring just what you need. It will do you good. Because otherwise you're going to be shuffling through stuff, it's going to take your time, it's going to take your space, and there's a good chance you bring something in, we're going to say, nah, you don't need that, and you won't be able to use it anyway. So,
And there's nowhere to store it.
nowhere to store it.
Those of you who brought boxes today, you are welcome to leave them here overnight. I have no guarantees about the security of this space tonight. I was told that there will be security in the building. I'm going to leave it at that. But you are welcome to leave it or take it as you see fit. One more question. Rock and roll. We're ready for tests.
Did you go over anything with them?
I just said take it.
Take it. Okay.